We're live on YouTube. Yes, ma'am. They're saying they don't have sound on YouTube, but I'm just waiting for you.
I say, okay, he's saying,
I don't know if we're on the right station.
You are, hold on, let me see.
You are, they always, we're still waiting on them to get started. Their stream is not active yet.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
active.
And
Mine
it
not.
says
Okay.
stream, it says over here, it says streaming currently not active. And I
Okay.
keep I keep refreshing.
She's a certain undefined. Very soft beneath her grave. Face walk around, favorite face. The sky is gray. Is the echo I became. I dress in the shade. Her energy, her beauty. I mistake the truth emotions guide. She's every soul that never dies. Why you should never charge your smartphone?
Why we shouldn't charge our smartphones, right? I bet your whole the world will go crazy if we didn't charge our phones and it went out like that. Well, it's so nice to have my son and I back together again by popular demand. Of course, people have been asking, why can't we? They haven't seen us in a while. Well, my son and I've been busy. He got his part to do, and I have mine to do. And it wasn't time, so now it's time. So everybody can just relax now. So we're going to be talking about some updates and receipts and where we are in the process of what they used to call the New World Order. We're calling it the Golden Age. We are in the know now. We are no longer um, believing and have faith and hope that it's all gonna be all right. You gotta know from your God, see that all things are in divine order, houses in order, empresses in order, in place. And I'm coming from a high place. I'm not coming from my flesh. I've made the transition. And if everybody don't know what the shift was about, the shift was about you coming out of the world. Okay, first of all, to discover your God, see, and then you are to move from the metaphysical side of yourself now, the material, the ego, the mental, and the physical world, as you know it, is gone. We rode that horse to death. So now we ready to have a new breath of life, a new renewed mind and spirit and heart. Okay, and this all about love now. This is not about anything else right now because we've done the other stuff, and now we gotta now shift. And the shift was to discover that you are God and that there is no other God before you, and that all that you've been doing is living somebody else's reality that they put before you and me. So now, if you have woken up and realized it, don't be all pissed off and mad because it ain't no time to be that anymore because you will miss the mark. It is time to just, everybody done got their lick in. The black folks done got their lick in. The white folks done got their lick in, and everybody in between. So ain't no licking going on up in here no more. Okay, if you want to do that, go on back over there, and go down with them. But as for this house, we gonna be God and serve as God. Ain't that right, son?
Absolutely. So, we know as standing from a position of higher consciousness, the God seat, that the divine encounter is the tool of control that they use on all of us. They separate us by sports teams. They separate us by logos, flags, everything they can do to separate us from the top to the bottom. They've done it. They lied to one of us to the other one to get some stripes stirred up and all kind of stuff. Right? So now, Big Mama said we ain't doing that no more. And I concur. I don't want to participate in any measure of divide and conquer. And whether it's somebody's pseudoscience or what it is, I don't care. I don't want to participate. All of the hate campaigns, you can keep them over there. Don't look for me there. I won't be there. But we don't do that. That's the old world view. And the old world view was predicated upon the few controlling the actions of the many. So when we start being accountable to ourselves, it's the golden rule gonna always come out to be the shiniest apple on the tree. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
So what we are now doing, we're doing the love thing. You know, that love train. Everybody got to get on the love and the mercy train, because that's all that's going on right now. I know everybody want to know about the financial and what's going on up in other areas of the world, particularly here on this soil, because this is where the head of the snake is here and the tail of it is in London. Did y'all hear what I said? The head of it was here, because it ain't here no more. The only reason why it still exists is in your mind right now. And I know it's going to take some people a minute to form and transmute out of that mindset that it still exists. I'm not going to let you drag me back into making me think that it exists, because it don't exist anymore. The world as you and I have known it doesn't exist in my earth, on my earth where I'm standing. I got the world under my foot. And you need to understand the same concept. The only thing that we have been living is the illusion of ourselves, and a program that someone is giving us to live by, to keep us from it's like having a chains on our brains, or chains on our divine mind, okay, being blocked, and having visible chains on our wrist and on our ankles, with that big ball that looked like the world that's holding us down. And if you can understand that concept, that we've been living in artificial life based on lies and deceit, half truth. And I always say a whole truth is a half truth is a whole lie. And if you got half information or misinformation, then it always causes us to miss the mark. But as we awaken, women, we got to realize that we have been the one to create the mess for them, because they can't do anything without us, because we are a higher divinity, and that we have the power of creation. The man brings the seed to the soil, and he plants his seed in our soul. We are the soil. We are the earth. And so we bear fruit to bring here, but we've been bringing the fruit, and it's been snatched in places that we couldn't even see just by a stroke of a pen. Can I get amen, son?
They did it all by the stroke of the pen. That's why they said the pen is mightier than the sword. Until you need a sword, then the pen is useless.
Because at the end of the day, the word is a sword. The word was God, it was with God, it always will be with the women. Because we are the gods. And it's been war. The war has not been about what everybody, the Revolutionary War and all that. Can you talk about what the war was about, son? Can you entertain them a little bit about the war and what it was about?
So the war was broke up into parts, but at the core of it, the goal was to prevent the divine feminine from returning to the sacerdotal seas and restoring earth back to harmony and balance, which automatically brings heaven to earth for all of the real men. That's the root to the war. Everywhere you see divine feminine in antiquity, they've either demonized them, villainized them, or erased them and replaced them with matriarchal transgenders in their stead.
You better say that thing. So are you saying that like for instance, I showed some photos in my metaphysical Bible study class that resembles what you're talking about. And I'm gonna bring up shortly one of those pictures while you are elaborating about the men masquerading in the women dresses and trying to be us and could not eventually if nobody else found out, Empress found out.
So look, if you look at the town mothers used to be called the town mayor. The mayor is a female horse. You got to remember that when you're looking at the structure because it's replacing the matriarch. The town mother's spokesperson is the one that used to be the man. He come out to the town square and he'd read what needed to be put in the public domain for 30 days. Every day for 30 days. And as new stuff fall off the agenda, he'd read the old stuff. You can look at Congress. Congress is short for Congress of Mayors. They're supposed to be a collection of mayors meeting to talk to the grand matriarch of the land about what resources need to be allocated where. Now it's not about the allocation of resources to the people of the land. It's about how do we take the resources from the people and allocate it to the rest of the world. Because ever since 1492, that's always been their agenda, is to drain the wealth of all lands outside of Europe.
So
right? So
go ahead.
yeah, so when you realize the war effort and you realize it's an effort to undermine the divine feminine, and when the divine feminine, there's no such thing as poverty. The Committee of Mothers a long time ago didn't allow poverty. It was banned on earth for a long time. Because poverty is where you get your crime, it's where you get your rapid deteriorating health. The only thing that is good for is controlling people. Poverty has no viable and sustainable use under the matriarchy.
Ashe. So so let's look at this clip right quick.
Ain't that the Black Madonna child they looking at?
You know that now, son. I want to challenge you. Can we? Can I do that? Because we never challenge each other. But then I think this is in good divine order. for mama and son to have a conversation. How about it? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you made the comment about how the men have been masquerading in women clothes trying to be us, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, yes, this is a black my Mars done. D-O-N. Okay. Now, did y'all see what was revealed, right? Let me go back. Cause it started over. Let's see.
I think only half of the
Yeah.
video was screen is showing on the.
Yeah, I don't know. Just give me a second here. And if Marlon, give me a second. I don't know why it's half showing. Can you see that part? Because
Yeah, just send me the link, I'll try to do it for you.
okay, thank you. Because this is important that we have this conversation, being the fact that with this has been going on, and unbeknownst to us that this was going on. So let me stop sharing my screen and send this to Marlon. And in the meantime, there you are, Marlon. I sent it over to you. And then I'm gonna go back. I got one more I want to send to you. I want to send the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
And if you would, when you get it, go ahead and show it while I get the other ones, two more to you. Okay?
Sure. You'll have to do it again, put the link in it this time.
Oh, I didn't send the link. Okay, give me a second. I'm so excited about sending it in my bag. Okay, there we go. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna send you this other one. So we can do it all at one time. So give me a second here. In the meantime, how about you play us a short commercial?
I can sure do that too.
Okay.
Start your spring detox this March with these exclusive savings. Purchase one Weight Watch, get $100 off, and we'll give you a 1-year accidental damage warranty, a Velcro wristband, and 2 screen protectors for free. Plus, get free shipping in the US. The warranty covers accidental cracks, water damage, and more. The Velcro wristband is a perfect option for you or your pets. And the screen protector will keep your Weight Watch screen clean and damage-free. Take advantage of this limited time offer and unlock your health with sound frequency therapy. Order now and use code MJFA.
All right. You ready to send it over to you, Marlon?
Yeah, we were talking about the Weight Watch earlier on Zoom
Uh-huh.
presentation. Got one more little one here.
Okay, go ahead. That'll give me time to get this other one to you.
I'll talk about that.
Oh, boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, Marlon.
That's irresistible.
It is, isn't it? Copy.
All right, I'm still looking for it.
I know, I'm getting ready to send it to you now.
You're not supposed to be watching a commercial. Let me do one more while she's doing that.
All right.
This This is very good.
How you doing? You all right back there? He said you're going the wrong way. Just rest. It's all like I am the way.
Doesn't that look like Charlotte, North Carolina? I swear to God, that do. Was that in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay, I know it when I see it. All right, so I just sent them over. So, son, so I want you to humor me for a minute, okay? Because it gives us something to kind of think about. Because they had this big controversy about the men getting on the women sports team. You remember that? They was telling us then, right? And some other things, like some of the folks in the White House, they wasn't really the man, wasn't really the man, and the women weren't really the men. It was kind of vice versa. There was a lot of that going on too.
Well, I can tell you this for sure. The reason why the presidents had to have transgender mates is because they couldn't what they call solidify power.
Mm-hmm.
Two men can't solidify power.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if you don't know what we're talking about, go look at Big Buddy Barbara Bush. Barbara Bush nickname is Big Buddy. Big Buddy is a former football player in high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
But now Big Buddy is all of a sudden a woman. But when you listen to her talk, you know it's a man. Right. Jim Carrey told us to listen for the voice when he played the character of the drag character on what was that, in Living Color?
Yep.
The female bodybuilder sound exactly like he's the master of disguise, the master of voices. He sound exactly like Barbara Bush, Big Buddy. Right? And it's no coincidence that it was a Jim Carrey character that revealed the man behind the voice of Big Buddy. Because he's also the one who played the buffoon Joe Biden, right? Under the central casting character. One of the ones that played him, they had about 6 or 7 different people playing him.
I'll take a look at it.
So the drag queen is supposed to be a statue of Lucifer in a dress, which is actually Apollo. If you look up Apollo and you look up Lucifer, put their face together, you see it's the same. It's the same person. One is a statue, one is a paint.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we know that Lucifer, Statue of Liberty, is a drag queen, and that the original design was rebelled against in the secret societies, because we know that the original design was supposed to represent a woman that was from this culture and this land. With Afro.
So how long do you think we've been under the gun like this? I know people are asking me to share my screen, but I can't share my screen until we get ready. So we're going to share the screen to tell people. And also, Marlon, if you would give them the number to call in if they want to make some comments or whatever, to flash the number down at the bottom of the screen if you could. And that would help out a lot. All right, so let's share this. Let's share this. I want us to take a look for those who've been over in my metaphysical Bible study class or whenever the night that I showed this. Please, by all means, please be patient, because there are some people that have not seen this yet, and they need to see this. So, if you would, Marlon.
What happened?
When you sweep your screen, I think that's when it started to play.
Just refresh real quick.
All right. Now, can you go back a little bit to see if they showed the Black Madonna? I need to see a picture of that, Marlon. Okay. Okay. There was a picture that of that once they unveiled it. I don't know why it stopped right before we was go to the
It
next.
showed it.
Okay, so
I showed it again.
okay, so here's my issue with the picture. What makes us think that they have come clean about the Black Madonna and the Black woman being the original God and the original one on this earth, right? That they would now be willing to display the truth with no deceit. Because if you ask me, I don't know if everybody can take a vote, but if you ask me, that look like a man dressed up in woman clothes. Now I might be wrong, but you help me out now.
They do have paintings of people we thought was women, like the Mona Lisa is Leonardo da Vinci with no beard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was a self-portrait, but everybody think that it was a real person, a real nun that he made the picture of.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they do a lot of the royals paintings and drawings of them, of the so-called queens of certain married to certain kings. Their portraits look like men in drag.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We do know that the reason why all the priesthoods on earth wear those long dresses is because they're imitating the priestesses that held those seats first. Right? We do know that in Kabbalah, in the Hebrew tradition, that they recognize the divine feminine as Shekinah. We do know that the Catholic Church recognized the Great Mother as Mary. Mary is another name for Isis, and most of us don't know that. The land of Isis is referred to as Mary, the land of Mary, the land of Isis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the Hail Mary prayer, Hail Mary, Mother of God. So they acknowledging it all the time, but the imagery that they're showing us is to mislead us about the word the way they teach it.
Mm-hmm.
So they created the imagery in order to manipulate the mind. Right?
Right.
So what we was just looking at with the Pope, that's called the unveiling of the Madonna, lifting of the veil,
Mm-hmm.
the secret.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That means that all of the Masonic lodges have concurred that they have identified without doubt or contradiction both the mother and the son.
Mm-hmm.
What they know in Masonry as the Shrine of the Black Madonna and H.R.I.M the son, the master builder. So in order for them to do that unveiling, which is straight out of the book of Revelations, is to reveal to the public that what Elijah Muhammad wrote about in the 70s, our Savior has arrived. And if y'all looking for a man with a beard surfing on a cloud, you're going to be sadly mistaken and disappointed.
Well, do you remember when the Pope did a shout out to the Black Madonna? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was in his first speech.
Okay, do you know who he was speaking of?
Talking about you.
Say that again.
Talking about you.
What?
Talking about you. And he drops some more stuff to let us know exactly who he was talking about if you know the code.
So what was the code?
The code was telling them, homie, y'all better tighten up. They can't give it back to us till they get done cleaning it up. You seen them get a Pope that white horse the other day, right?
Yep.
Now, you got a bunch of conspiracy theories talking about it's the pale white horse. The pale horse and the white horse are not the same horse. The pale horse is shades of gray. Go back and watch Clint Eastwood, Pale Rider, Color Edition, and you'll see what the pale horse look like. The white horse and the pale horse is not the same. The one who was on the white horse went about conquering it to conquer.
Mm-hmm.
It's right in the book. It tell you what they for. It to give you the description.
Mm-hmm.
The pale horse carried death, plagues, and pestilence. Right?
Right.
So the white horse was given to him, this Pope, after the other Pope unveiled the Black Madonna. In other words, he told the secret societies, y'all services is up. The goal has been met. The grail has been shown. This the lifting of the veil, right? Over here, it don't look the same as it do in the secret societies. Over here, we see as presidential orders while the tribes is reassembling on the land, right? So the most critical thing we saw over here is when you went to Philadelphia and sat in the sacerdotal seat reclaiming the republic in conjunction with Trump doing the work of tearing down the legal fiction to restore the republic. Because the power didn't go back to the mothers of the tribes. Everything over here was matriarchal before the arrival of Columbus. So now that was a big deal. When Cipico put the Pope on notice was a big deal, and it was even a bigger deal when he repealed the discovery doctrine as a result.
Now who's Cipico?
Cipico was the lady that put the Pope on public notice in Canada.
Okay.
And it was a big deal in 2017 when they marched the totem pole across the land and staked it in DC because it's an enclave. We had to reclaim the embassy territory of the corporation back to the tribes in order for us to take it all back. That was a big deal. Most of us didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But we can still go look it up. Right? And there was multiple tribes involved in the construction and transportation and the returning of the totem pole to DC because it's all tribal land. And the only thing that was classified as not tribal land was the crime scene. They think it means District of Columbia. It means District of Criminal Activity because that's where the crime center is. This is where they had to keep their ship in the harbor to transport the batch roll birth certificates every year. They can only leave the harbor 1 week out the year, right? They left under Trump administration and told them don't come back. If they can't come back within 7 days, then it restores us back to the jurisdictional supremacy over the Crown of England. Right? So a lot of people didn't pay that much attention. There was a military naval thing they did to blockade them out in the first Trump administration. Then that was a big deal. Right now, they're talking about EBT food stamps being cut November the 1st. The irony of what I got to do my follow-up to find out where the source, but it said Trump announced that November 1st, no immigrants coming in under any circumstances, basically to close all international travel. That's an actual absolute sign of transitional powers. You can't have a transitional power with open borders. When it first started, they shut down the docks, all of the entry ports. Now they're not just shutting down the entry ports of goods and services. It's now they're shutting down the entry ports of people. Because now you finna go from the material transfer of power to the actual transfer of power. I'll be getting back with you when I get done verifying the lockdown date, November 1st, for international travel. But all of these things have been coming out, and if we was reading the FEMA guide to the transition of government, the continuity of government, and they've been watching what we've been telling them. We've been walking them through all of the steps that has to happen before the power structure can shift back to the people, then back to the tribes. Because first it got to go back to the people.
Mm-hmm.
All of the tribes, the language, when you translate the name of the tribe from the language that they were speaking, translate into English as people or kinfolks. Right. So when we see it play out in modern culture, we think it's gang culture. Gang culture is tribal culture before the colonizers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been villainized and demonized and turned into a criminal pursuit by the government. But it all started out, no matter where you look, LA, New York, Chicago, it all started out as community activism programs that was designed to protect the community. They end up being infiltrated by the government in order to turn them against each other and set them to fight. Because the tribes is like, we the same. Like, you only can do so much disrespect before I respond. And when they using agents to pretend to be the other tribe, they set two tribes at war, and they continue the cycle.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't fall for the old hokey doke this time. At least now that we here, we knew that we had to rule by the great law of peace.
Yes.
That was the game changer. That when I came into the sacerdotal seat, the great law of peace rules the clan mothers, and we have to keep the peace. See, the men fought all the time. That's what this whole thing was about. They were fighting over the women. Whoever won got all the women and the children and the land, because the land was attached to us. Now, the other thing about, I want to be real clear with people. We never sold land. That wasn't part of our culture. You know, that government came over here and started selling the land off and killing up the women and taking the little girls so that they could marry them, so that they could integrate into the land. And so when we start to look at our culture, our tribal culture, the lands were divided by the rivers. And that's why every now and then, if you're traveling down the highway, you will see, like if you were going down, what is that, 85? If you're going down 85, you'll see Cherokee River. And then you know, throughout the lands, if you saw the rivers, and then the names of them, they will tell you where the lines were that separated the tribal lanes. But we didn't sell land. Wherever our foot was, and we worked the land is, we're the trustee of the land, y'all. We could never own the land. They're always playing games with us as to say that the dirt is what they're talking about. But no, they're talking about the women, particularly the melanated woman. Now, can I get an amen, son?
Hallelujah.
All right now. So y'all better recognize that they were selling the women, deeding the land as though he was talking about that, but they really wasn't talking about that. They were talking about us. Now, Marlon, I sent you, because some of the folks said they didn't see the picture. So I resent you 2 emails. If you would pull up that Black Madonna picture.
Sure.
And share it with us, please.
One thing we do know, at the dawn of Christianity, Rome was a raging homosexual culture. A raging homosexual culture. In Rome, the term romance, women want their man to be romantic. No, you don't. Romance came from the grown men seducing the young boys. It was a seduction technique that they used to seduce boys. When the women had to dress like boys in order for the men to sleep with them on their wedding night. Right? So it was already a raging homosexual culture before 325 when they invented the church. So anybody that they show us, they probably gonna show us a man before they show us a woman dressed like. They're gonna show us a man dressed like a woman before they show us a woman.
Right. And what is it?
Want to keep that.
What is it about them that they don't like women? I mean, they want to be us, but they don't like us. So what is that whole mindset about? Because also you notice that all their paintings always include naked men and children. Y'all better get with that. Ain't no art. They have put that right in front of our face, and we just ignored it, or our mind would not compute what we were looking at because they had programmed us to think that that's beautiful art. And all the men all around with their naked selves, and they look at all the pictures over there in Rome. Just look at them. Everything always depicted little naked little boys.
And that's architectural grievances too. The people that didn't agree with it on the land wanted to immortalize in the art, so in future generations they can know why they brought the empire to its knees. So they put the grievances in architectural format. You don't have to, that way you don't have to tell it in words. Mm-hmm. You got a whole depiction of this dude eating babies over in Europe somewhere.
Yep.
Right? You got a depiction, I think they got one in New York now, of a alligator coming out the sewer drain snatching a baby. Which is the archives, which is the ones who dwelled under the earth. As long as you fed them, they wouldn't come on top of the earth. That was their deal with the church. Mm-hmm. This is why they had that big underground temple where they congregate under the church in Rome, under the Vatican. Remember, Vatican was a sister. She was the holder of the sacerdotal seat at the time Rome sacked her. So they had to name it after her because she was the last one to sit in the sacerdotal seat there. It's the same with the city of Paris. The city of Paris is called Parthenone of Isis, which is the city of Isis, which is another Tamiri city, which was another daughter of Isis. So when we go around the world, I can keep doing this. But the point being is that they keep replacing the women with men, and then all of the women of prominence, like Kali Ma. The raising Kali Ma, the raising segment, that's the mother whose child is being harmed. That's what you're looking at. They defending their children, so they immortalize them in art as demonesses. They even villainize Lilith for not wanting to be nobody's slave. That don't make sense to me. Right? And so what we're looking at is a trade out on the old gender war that when the so-called war in heaven landed on earth, it started off over a family feud conflict about the division of heirs' rights. The division of the feminine properties fall under the mitochondrial rule law. The mitochondrial rule law saying that the matriarchy is the veto power in this system. The veto power allows the ruler god to rule, but it keeps his rulership in check from becoming despotic. So it's a group of women that sit around. The only thing they want to know, because they let you do whatever you want to do, as long as it's not going to harm the environment or the children. If it's going to harm the environment, children, she's going to tell you no. Your mama not going to agree like that. That was a problem for what needed to be done versus what they wanted to do. Right? So they wanted to, the argument came in about the rights between Enlil and Ainana. This is where the gender war started. Enlil thought that the Y chromosome was superior and that he should be the first heir to all of the properties. Whereas Ainana was like, I don't want no man's stuff. I just want you to leave the women's stuff alone, which led to an argument at the dinner table. And with the argument was the straw that broke the camel's back that created the so-called rebellion in heaven, is when she turned around and told her brother, I tell you what, you can have it all if you can do one thing. And he said, name it and I'll do it. She said, pack your girds, squat down and push me out a child, any child, male or female. And he had a raging fit, stormed out, and declared war. When his half-brother found out about it, and his wife, and then coming back to Earth, he prepared for war. So this is what made reading the Emerald Tablets, Tahuti is moving from the Americas, going to set up what we call today Egypt. He called Kim. He was going to establish Kim as a military outpost to watch over the ones that was coming in and out of the earth in what we call today Babylon, ancient Syria, ancient Sumer. This was the jumper ports to ship goods off the world. And so the military base was set up, but the military base is always set up in the form of the stars. Because it's the harmony of the universe.
I mean, they know the science of astrology and numerology. They know the science of the law of polarity. They know all the stuff that we should know, but they used the magic and inverted it and made it something horrible by using the magic in a perverted way. Sorcery is what we're talking about, warlocking, and demonizing women as witches, and burning us, and then telling us that, we shouldn't use our powers, that Jesus is here to save us, and we should worship a man on the cross with a diaper on. And so with that being said, Marlon, if you could pull up the picture of what we're speaking about here, because see, sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 is worth 1,000 words, as they would say. Now, if you could blow that up.
I think you got to double click on the picture.
You have to double click on the picture, Marlon. or hit visit. You have to hit visit and let the picture be a little bit more clear.
Is that better?
No, it hadn't changed, and I just need you to. I'm not the Facebook picture. I didn't send you that one. You got to go back into your email.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know why we having such a rough time with this, but we're gonna get it right. Just there it is. Okay, now. I got it up now. And let me go here. I gotta learn how to do this, so it might well be today. Okay, can you see that picture? Let me bring it on stage now. All right. Can y'all see the picture now?
Yeah, I've got it, Empress. You want the one I have is a little bit bigger.
Well, I got my, can everybody see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, good. Then we'll roll then. I must got it right. Okay, well, this is the one from the Statue of Liberty. We're gonna start with that one first. I want you to tell me, everybody, anybody, when you look at this picture, do it look like a woman to you? Let me scroll down a little bit. Can you tell me?
While you doing that, Empress, I'm about to send you something.
Okay, so can you all, tell me,
we-
looking at this picture here, do it look like a woman to you, or do it look how features more of like a man?
We can't
It's
see
a
it.
man.
I can't see it.
We we know it's a man.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
No.
Okay. This is one of many pictures of the Statue of Liberty, right? So I'm just really, uh, see how we not been paying attention. They just tell us things and we just take it and we go head on. We don't take a second look at anything. We don't, just take some time to look at, things that have been bought before us. And then, they're the Bible. It says July the 17th. And it looks like a Bible in his hand, but that's not a Bible. And in some pictures, it shows the feet with chains on it. Let me see.
What I just sent you gonna help you with a lot of this.
All right. Did you text it to me?
Emailed it to you.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to come in. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up another picture while I'm waiting for it to come in. I tell you, they not wanting to really give me a good picture of them feet, boy.
Don't worry about it. I sent you. I got you covered.
All right. All right,
Be
then.
patient for a minute. When that email come in, it's gonna they'll know exactly everything then about the statue. Let them they need to know.
I got it right here. So let me share. Okay,
You know the guy that designed the Eiffel Tower, right? It's the same guy that designed the Statue of Liberty. So they say.
okay, so do you see my screen?
It's not up yet.
Okay, wait a minute, I gotta bring it to the stage. There we go. Can you see it now?
Yep,
A picture is worth 1,000 words, isn't it?
it sure is. So the breakdown and the description of the picture is it's another one that got a written breakdown, and then it's a video breakdown. It's about less than a minute.
Okay,
So that's the description. It's just describing what you're looking at.
uh-oh. There we go. So, can you elaborate with this?
Okay, I'm gonna read it off my phone so I can see it.
Okay,
But you can actually the video actually explains some of this too.
okay, I didn't see is this the video?
The third one is the video. There's three things I sent you. Two of them was pictures. This one and the other one is video.
Okay, this one. Okay,
Yeah, it ain't done coming in yet.
all right. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, I
Statue
can
of
see it.
Liberty represent Lucifer? A fascinating theory arises when comparing this iconic.
Okay, now I'm not seeing the video play yet. The audio is down, but the video's probably still low.
Okay, hold on. You said the audio is low?
No, I can hear the audio, but the picture not playing. So you may have to go out and go back in.
Okay, hold on.
Because it got download preview on the screen over here.
All right, I gotta share this one instead. There we go. Now can you see it?
Could the Statue of Liberty represent Lucifer? A fascinating theory arises when comparing this iconic monument.
Can you see it?
Yeah, but it's playing something different. I can't make this out.
Oh, this is not the right one?
That's not what I sent you. And it's you showing right now the Google page with the Google images on it
Okay,
instead of a video.
okay, I know what I need to do. I need to bring it into onto the stage. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to Marlon because it's going into another phase. Okay,
I got it. Got you.
okay, so you already got it?
No, I got you. Send it to me.
All right then. Thank you. And in the meantime, while I'm sending this to you, I wanted to pull up, Marlon, if you would pull up that the other email that I just sent you in regards to the picture of the Black Madonna. I'll get gooder and gooder each time. I just need time to practice, and so you all be a little bit patient with me.
Did you send it in first? I'll see it.
Yeah, I sent it to you. I just forwarded
There it
over.
is.
Yes.
I got it.
And then I gave you the picture of the Black Madonna.
I got you.
All right.
And you know, the Shiny the Black Diamond bookstore was in Detroit. I think they have a Houston store now and in the Atlanta store, but I think the Detroit store closed. But it was one of the best bookstores for books related to our historical record. They had a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
You
You
said
know,
it okay?
yeah, we see that just fine. I think we want to go to the video, which will explain the pictures that we just saw. So there's a third one. It's a video. It's 3 attachments. We want to go to the video now. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's what you ran into.
Yeah, that's what I ran into.
Let me see if I can fix that. Go ahead.
Okay, so you let's see. So we have a picture that I may be able to show now. Let me see if I got it up. Black Madonna. There we go. Go right here. Well, I want to show this picture too. All right, so
It still have Marlon's screen up.
right. Marlon.
I'm working on it.
Okay. We're gonna make the pictures kind of grainy now. There's a clear one. Oh, I got them now. While you doing that, Marlon, I'm gonna show them this. I know how to do this one. Okay. Yes, I do. There we go. All right. I'm gonna bring it to the stage. There we go. And so can y'all see the view of this picture now?
I still see Marlon's screen.
Okay, Marlon, can you stop sharing for 1 minute? Okay, I added that to the stage, so now I'm gonna go back to where I wanna go.
I'm showing it for you now.
Okay, great. I can stop sharing then.
You see it?
Okay, can you see it?
It's just us on the screen.
Oh, you picked it out.
Okay, I'm back on the screen, so you do it now, Marlon. Shit.
Let's see what we got. Go ahead, let me work on it again.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this video to play.
No problem.
I'll get it here in a minute.
All right. This is the one I want. All right. Now I can bring it into the stage. Okay. So do y'all see what I just brought to the stage?
So it's the Pope in front of the picture of the Black Madonna.
Okay, now that picture, when you look at that picture, do you think that picture looks like?
Can you blow it up, Empress?
Yes, I can. Let's go
It's
to
real
it.
small on the screen.
Right. So give me a second.
And I've got your video ready.
Okay. Is that big enough where you can see it?
It didn't move.
I might be able to get a little bit better one. Let's show this video. There you go.
There you go.
All right. So do you see? Now, do that look like a woman?
That style of art is hard for me to tell.
What about anybody else?
No, Amnet doesn't have melanated features either.
It ain't got no woman feature. That's a man. They try to fool the world. They still worshiping a man in woman clothes with the boy child.
That's what you call a well-dressed lie.
Not only that, but it signifies something. That's a code to them.
So
Go ahead,
the
son.
conversion of the male to alternative lifestyles is to take away warriors from the community. Women have no defense without alpha males. And the alpha male don't treat the women the same as the lesser males. And they more defensive of them. See, they promote a lot of alternative lifestyle stuff because once the male is penetrated, he not fit to rule. Because when he get up in age and he come online, he's gonna be delusional. He's gonna have if his root chakra's been ruptured, it's gonna cause him to have what they call schizoid-like effects. And one of the reasons they keep dressing these men up like women is because of the illusion of power. They want you to think that even if you see a woman, the man's still running it, but the man was never running it to begin with, even when he thought he was. Because all of the men been doing everything for their women and children anyway. That's real men. They wasn't doing it because they just needed to be rich. We don't need to be rich. Live off the fat of the land. We're there to get rich so we can take care of a bigger family.
Now, I'm going to go here now. You see this tab?
That sister on the left, that statue, I think it's in either Kentucky or Tennessee.
Right. This is the real Statue of Liberty.
Big difference, ain't it?
It's a big difference. It's always was original Black woman as the Statue of Liberty. But the Statue of Liberty for them, the code was the Libra code. That really was what was going on. So we go back to this picture right here and put them side by side. And this is what we got. I did it, Marlon. I did it.
You can play the video now. The video is something else.
You did good. Here we go. You want to see the video?
Yep.
I got it uploaded, so it's going to play well. You ready?
Okay.
Could the Statue of Liberty represent Lucifer? A fascinating theory arises when comparing this iconic monument to the 1797 painting, Lucifer by Francois Robert Ingouf, which depicts the fallen angel as a majestic, powerful figure. The statue's crown of rays and the torch of light evoke elements of the light bearer, a name often associated with Lucifer in Latin. Additionally, Frederick Auguste Bartholdi, the statue's creator, had ties to Masonic circles, fueling speculation about a hidden esoteric message. Is the Statue of Liberty a symbol of freedom, or does it carry a more enigmatic meaning?
Okay. Call in and tell us what you think, y'all.
Yeah, so if you notice, the faces is almost exactly the same. Two different artists.
Now, when we come back so we're not going to be on, this is the kickoff, but our regular night is gonna be on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, okay? And that'll start not this Monday coming up, but the next Monday. So we'll be on every other Monday at 7 o'clock to discuss different aspects to start to wake people up in a way that they can understand real quickly what's been going on. So it don't have to be a long drawn out. We're gonna package everything up and get it to you real quick. There it is. And that's the truth of it. And that's gonna be the end of it. Because ain't no argument about nothing. And whatever I say or whatever he say, we're gonna bring the receipts and we're gonna show it to you. And it's up to you to believe it or not. But we've been hoodwinked by a whole bunch of men that can't stand women that want to be us. Now, what kind of perplexing going on right there? The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, the lie has been unveiled because the age of Aquarius is about nothing can be hid anymore. They can't hide behind nothing. They can't hide behind the secret societies. They can't hide behind the churches no more. The pulpit should be cleaned out and put the woman up there. Or either you just shut down the churches and stop saying that it's a church because a woman is the church. You just going in the building to harvest the women's energy. That's all those buildings have been about. It's to harvest all women energy because we do bring forth the child. Now, I was going somewhere with something, but I'll get back to it. You want to chime in on it?
Want a curious piece of information about cross-dressers?
Go for it.
About 80% of the original feminists from the feminist movement were fighting for lesbian rights, not women's rights. They were cross-dressers, and they were men masquerading as women under the pretense of fighting for women's rights. Because they believe if they can make all the men become lesbians and all the women become lesbians and the men become gay, that'll stop us from having babies. But it ain't gonna stop us because I know lesbians that keep having babies and saying they're lesbians. So it's a whole lot of babies for a lesbian.
And let me say this, y'all. I'm giving y'all full disclaimer. The first thing I want y'all to know is we're not bashing no gay people. We don't care what your sexual preference is, okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about the deceit of the government. And all these folks that we have been praising, and I ain't never praised the Pope. I ain't never liked nothing about that anyway. You know, that ain't me. But what I'm saying is that we have to tell the truth. And the truth gonna hit everybody. Black, white, every culture, just like everything else. We coming down everybody's street and straightening up the street and cleaning it up so that people can see it for what it is. Now, men around here dressed like women that was doing all these horrific things to us as women, then we talking about you. But if you just, that's your lifestyle, you ain't harming nobody, then we ain't talking about you. So let's be distinct about who we talking about here, right? Because people run about hard, rod, and Empress, they bashing gay people and they against lesbianism and all that. I don't care who you sleep with.
Ain't none of my business.
Ain't none of my business either. That ain't what we're talking about here. We're talking about people using their gender to deceive people to be something that they're not. And that has to be exposed. The other thing too is that the world might as well get ready because the Black Madonna, you looking at her. Whether you want to accept it or not, I'm it. And I'm as real and dark as they come right now. But the one thing you'll know about this Black Madonna, as they say, because I don't call myself no Black Madonna, but for the world to get it in their head, I came on a ram's head. I'm an Aries. I'm the beginning and I'm the end. I come every 26,000 years to see about the kingdom. And I can't be bought or sold. Y'all may think y'all deceiving me, and people have come to my home, and people have came to me, and I have given them and done for them because that's the way to be. Now, if you think you got over on me, let me tell you something, you didn't. Because I'm about righteousness and turning this thing around. And my sacerdotal seat is to do the work to undo the damage that has been done to society. And I'm here to tell the truth. You can't kill me. I'm not afraid of death because there is no such thing. And so, they dropped the mic moment right there. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you, Marlon, darling. So, we're going to wrap up because we're past Marlon's bedtime.
This stuff right here,
Rod, did you want to touch on that right quick?
This is just telling you the parts: the radiant crown, the torture, false light, the robe, the stance, and the broken chain. But a lot of the stuff we didn't show in the imagery, like the chains around the ankles. That wasn't focused on. But we could do another one later, or we could show a longer video that shows each one of the parts.
Let me get you one right quick.
But look, the reason why I'm even mentioning the sexuality is because it's been used under war protocol as a tool for warfare. It don't got nothing to do with me caring about who you sleep with. When I'm talking about the feminist movement being led by cross-dressers, that's because they was. That's the fact of the matter, is it was led by cross-dressers, and most of their writings was written by men. And feminism is the flip side, the tail side of patriarchy. And the patriarchy is what has been usurping the matriarchy and preventing the rightful heirs from receiving their heritable rights, which kept everybody poor.
Can you see that?
It's two screens. It's that picture from that Marlon put up, and then it's a video behind it.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's the chains on the feet.
You see it?
That same picture of Lucifer got the same chains. And that's not no coincidence.
Can you're able to view it? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're not just making this stuff up. So why do you think you still have the chains on his feet?
It's symbolism.
And what's the symbol for the chains?
Bondage, servitude, restricted movement.
And so
liberty
go ahead.
and freedom is not the same thing.
Go ahead now.
Right. But most of us believe we associate liberty with freedom. But liberty is what you're allowed to do. Freedom is doing what you want to do. It's the difference.
And so do you think that the chains on the feet could also mean some other, because I'm thinking, okay, here's a man dressed in a woman's clothing with chains on his feet, with the book in his hand. Of July, saying July 17th, and it's got the Roman numerals like they got on the dollar bill.
And it's 1776 is the Roman numerals.
Okay.
You gotta remember in the book of Enoch, Enoch said that the son of perdition was bound in Tartarus with chains. Let's let that settle for a minute. Because it's the description that Enoch give is the visuals of the statue. The statue is a reprint or rebrand of a painting. The painting was done by one artist, the statue was done by another. The painting is called Lucifer.
So it really is the Bible unveiling itself in that world over there of the prophecy. If there is such a thing, the great reveal. That's all been going on since I've been on the scene for the last 2 weeks, is the great reveal. We keep unveiling and revealing the truth. Go ahead, son.
Yeah. So a lot of what we're seeing, the Bible is the playbook. What we call it prophecy is the plan. They just know when to play out a reenactment of each part of the plan. Look, they gave us a picture that they said was Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come everybody that looked like the picture that claimed they Jesus, the government crashed down on them, not the people?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a minute. How do the government know this person is not Jesus? Jesus didn't look like that. Jesus is ISIS.
And I've been teaching
we
that
don't
in the
want to go to
medical.
the Greek to see it.
I wanted to find the picture, and it might have not been during my metaphysical Bible study class, but I was trying to find. I was asking Batar if he had it, and maybe it's you that had it at one time. But the picture of the real crucifixion.
Yeah, it's called the Crucifixion of Venus. If you type in the Crucifixion of Venus, the picture will pop up in the under images.
Okay, because I was looking for it for ISIS. Okay, so let me go on the images. And what is it again?
The Crucifixion of Venus. Which means the crucifixion of the divine feminine.
Now, y'all, if y'all have children, you might wanna, shield them from this.
Because there's a mild nudity involved.
All right, so let me go here. Oh, I'm gonna bring it to the stage. And that now the world is gonna know. The truth. Now let me bring it to the stage. Can you see it?
Yep. Click on one of them, members.
All right. Let me find one. But they still didn't put the right woman up there, but it doesn't matter. A woman is what we're talking about here. Let me find one. That one? That the one? Oh, I got to bring it to the stage, right? Okay.
That's there. That's the Crucifixion of Venus image right there.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
All right.
So they've been giving us the same imagery, telling us it's the crucifixion of Christ. All the time in secret societies, this is what they know.
Now look at a bunch of men, folks. And that looked like a that he got in his hand. So it's always been about crucifying the women on the cross.
And if you look, the guy at the top is not even a guy. He's coming out of the sky representing the angel. See him?
Yep.
Now go back to the story and see this guy nailing her to the cross, and this guy coming from the sky to help her. He's dressed like a druid priest. They got all of the if you look at it, they got all of the countries of Europe in here by dress code. You see the pilgrim hat right there?
Yep.
Right, then you see the Roman soldier behind him.
Yep.
Right, then you see the Catholic bishop over here on the left side.
Yep.
Yeah, and behind him you have your tiny hat merchant. I don't know if we can say that on here. All these different cultural dress codes of different countries in Europe.
The Whig Party.
Yeah, they all there.
Now, why you think they want to crucify the woman all the time?
Birthrights. The war is about possession and rulership of gods.
And
But
ruling.
it play out on earth. It play out on earth as the subjugation of women and the exaltation of what they call dominant men. It's a replacing of matriarchy with patriarchy, because under matriarchy, the land have conditions that you don't need under patriarchy to pass. That's why they kept doing us with the sweetheart swindle, marry on to the family, and then kill our big mama and sell the land.
Can you see my, oh, I got to bring this to the stage in closing. All right. So let me remove this. And I'm going to bring this onto the, stop sharing. Now I'm going to bring this up. You ready? The world ready?
You better get ready.
There it is right there.
You're not screen sharing.
Oh, let me do that. Let me bring that up to the stage. There it is. Let me remove it. Let me add it. All right. Let me go back to it. Can you see it now?
Ain't that Queen Elizabeth?
I'm just, look, I got this directly from her website. At least y'all want to think that this woman was Queen Elizabeth, but this wasn't her. But these people were entities. They never was in nothing. They just fooled the world. But I want you to see all that was behind that, right there. Look at it.
They look like us, but they ain't us.
They ain't us. I'm telling y'all. We're gonna unveil some whole bunch of stuff. This is what me and my son is coming together to show the truth and reveal all that you didn't know that was hid from you at this time. And they got all the names of all these people that was behind her. And they down here at the bottom. And you see, they all looking to the what? to the right, and to their left.
Now, look at the hands.
Yeah, look at them. Better look at the codes. Pictures worth 1,000 and million words. But the real Queen Elizabeth is black. Whoops.
Yes, she is. That's absolutely correct. She is the one who was hidden.
So let's find her little picture before we close.
The hardest thing for us to come to grips with is that the people, the unseen hand, look like us, but they ain't us. And that they put pale faces in the forefront to take the fall so that we don't ever know that it's people that look like us that's controlling all of this chicanery, as they say. This, I want to say some choice words, but I don't feel right cursing in front of them.
No, you don't do that because we got little babies that's probably with their mamas. And so we have to keep everything clean. Thank you, baby. These, okay, there she is. Ah, don't holler, y'all.
But if you notice, what they did is they gave us a parody of her that looked a lot like her from a different ethnic group.
Well, they was powdering her face. If it was such thing, I heard that they carefully made sure that she didn't show that she was melanated. So they had makeup that would do the trick to make her look like she was a Caucasian woman.
Yeah, that's the same as putting foundation on to lighten yourself up. But she wasn't seen in public very often. This one right here wasn't. They normally when they did public appearances, they know. Close enough like you for the camera to not pick up all of you.
When they got kicked out. They want to keep on hiding the truth, eh? They don't want us to hear. Bridget, will we be able to get the video from that we can see?
You know, up on their own research. So there you have it. Now, Marlon, anybody call in? So. Okay. Well, we trust that the night was big. Bridget, I'm hearing a backlash.
to let us know that we are
we had to start rebuilding the structure to turn families to firms instead of grocery stores, right? And you might have some what we call some little outpost markets. Like if it be a grocery store, it possibly could be Aldi's or something like that. But like the big chain grocery stores and utility stores that sell everything, those are not going to be here long. They're not going to be here long. A lot of these kids that in those stores have removed from their positions, and it has now the government is allowing them to run until the government closed down. Walmart has been hiring retired military for parking lot security. And we also have, let's see, Walmart. It's another one. Yeah, Walmart been preparing for people to like raid their stores, but most people don't know is Walmarts are not just chain stores. They also what you call military prepared assets. In a time of war, Walmart can be converted into a military outpost in about 4 hours. You know, so You gotta keep this in mind when y'all thinking about joining the people who don't really know what's going on, performing mindless acts of ignorance in the street. The National Guard has to occupy any what we call vulnerable cities. You see all of the National Guard being deployed, and the National Guard has to be there for the transition to take place and the power to shift from one group of people to another group of people. Right? The people that lost power is regaining power, and the people that stole the power is losing the power. Right? So there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Three-Eye Atlas is not actually a ship, it's a timer. They say a whole lot of stuff about it, but they keep telling us so many fanciful things about Three-Eye Atlas that it mislead us into believing that that's the ship. That's not the ship because the ships is already here. They already landed on the moon and on Earth.
Yep.
Some of them is under the ocean. Some of them is on the ice caps.
I just
But
had a
they all here,
visitation.
the ones that's coming, you need the Empress.
I said I was agreeing with you because I had a visitation from one last week.
Yeah, they already here.
And people have been saying
So-
I've been on fire because they've been giving me the information. And that's what I've been doing, giving the information from what they're transmitting to me.
That channel information hit different.
Yeah.
It hit way different. It
Yes,
get
it
more
did.
people attention.
Yes. Yeah. So, with that being said, since no one has called in, we're going to give Marlon and Balahawk or Robin and my emperor here the last words before we close tonight, and we'll stay longer on our regular podcast, which will be not this Monday coming, but the following Monday, which will be whatever date that is. Let me check and see what that date is. If someone could tell me before I can get to it. Here's my calendar. Okay, so
November 3rd.
that would be on November the 3rd at 7 o'clock, and starting there every other Monday after that, we will be on this podcast. My son and I rolling out, unveiling things that you all need to know so that they can help you go on into the new era on Earth. Transition out of the world completely and get on Earth and put your feet there, because when your feet is there, then you have your feet on the world. The world don't have itself on you, and you don't have to worry about carrying it anymore. You can just leave it right there and transition to Earth, so that you can now really have the experience that you were supposed to come here and have, and not be encumbered by folks who think that they own you and they sick mind. Okay.
One last thing, Empress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but ICE is trying to lure as many officers from police forces as they can, because a lot of the police is ignorant to the fact that they are a foreign occupying agency, and they're trying to give them a venue to be in law enforcement, but not be part of the foreign occupying army. So ICE is offering incentives for anybody in law enforcement to join ICE to get out of the police, because the police is going, your chief of police is going to prison. I'm letting y'all know that now. I don't care how good of a person he is. He's a foreign agent, knowing or unknowing. If he don't know he a foreign agent, according to the law, he should have known, or reasonably should have known. And all of the ones that want to stay on the police force and enforce their erroneous jurisdiction, they go into prison. So if they want to stay in law enforcement, and y'all got family members that's in law enforcement telling they need to switch over to ICE or the local county sheriff and get out of the police department. All police officers are English, London, England, chartered foreign occupying forces.
I'm getting ready to show them right here. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, Blackstone Police Operations.
All right.
Handbook.
Now we're getting ready to unveil it. Here we go. Come on down. This is the police handbook. And it's gonna tell you, watch for it. Watch for it right there. Do y'all see that? Oxford University Press is the department of the University of Oxford. It furthers the university's object of excellence in research, scholarship, and education by publishing worldwide. Oxford is a registered trademark of the Oxford University Press in UK and in certain other countries. This is under the Westshire, Yorkshire Police Academy. So let's go on down. Published in the United States of America by Oxford University Press, 198 Madison Avenue, New York, New York. British Library Catalog and publication data. Printed in Great Britain. And it's telling you that they're under the control of London. Let me move on down here. Been a while since I've looked at this book. See that? UK. And this is their manual that they go by. And what they did was they created laws and stuff at the state level. And the police in every county and every city have been falsely operating on this land over here. And believe me, they're gonna get what's coming to them. Son.
So judges, most of these judges are not Article 3 judges, they're administrative law judges. All of the bar members that's still members of the bar going to prison because they're foreign agents. The barristers chartered by King George in Savannah, Georgia, was the first charter. And in that charter, they told them to use the judicial system to take everything from us, the people of this land.
Say that again, one more time, son.
In the charter of the first Bar Association, King George told the barristers to use the judicial system to take everything they can from the people of this land. It's in there.
And right here, it says it's known forces in England and Wales, the Crown Prosecution Service. There it is right there. I had to make sure I highlight it. Can you see what it says? All police forces in England and Wales, the Crown Prosecution Services, and other recognized organizations from within the criminal justice system. So when you know who's who, they can't fool you no more. They don't have, the only reason why they have the power that they have had on this land is through by force and by their guns and their badges and their jails.
That's part of our color and law uniform commercial code. the uniforms make them appear to be legitimate to the people not wearing uniform in order to assert jurisdictional authority where they really had none.
Never had jurisdiction. So all the people that's gone to jail and unjustly lands and all the unlawful prosecutions against peoples on this land, it's a wrap. And I know they walking around scared. Some of them have already joined the sheriff department, because the sheriff has got to go back to serving the people and stop serving the bar, and stop serving the crown, and stop serving everybody else that they supposed to be protecting us, and they're under the jurisdiction of the states. And all the stuff that goes on in the counties is because the barristers have come down and inserted themselves on the side. I've told y'all to go look up the comprehensive annual financial report of the county in which you were born in. And the only way that you can see the structure of the county government is in the comprehensive annual report that come out every year. In the structure, you will see on all the counties, the legal department is on the outside of the structure, infrastructure of the county government, telling them what to do. But they're not part of the government at all. They just have set up their legal departments like they set up their legal departments in every corporation. They have a legal department, and they have a council that oversee all that. That's the barrister. So the problem on this land, I keep telling everybody, is the barristers who write sorcery. They're warlocks. And they've got women working for them too, to help them, because they need the female to come in to help them, because they need somebody to create the chaos. So I'm saying, you women, that they're using you, misusing you to do the dirt that they know they can't do. And this patriarch system has to come back under divine order, under the matriarch. And that's what I've been doing, is bringing and calling all the matriarch of all cultures home, out of there. Come out of her, Babylon. All right? All right. So,
last thing, Empress, there is a civil rights law firm appointed by JAG to put all of these city councils, congresses, and state and federal governmental branches on notice. They've been going to every meeting trying to put them all on public notice. Remember, we got to follow the tribal tradition. They have a civil rights law firm that's been instructed by JAG to put everybody on notice. Everybody that's been put on notice can't stay and put on notice because they did it on social media. They all going to prison. This is what they finna do. They all criminals. They just got a more organized and uniformed criminal network than regular people. And that's why they call regular people criminals, when all the crime comes from the top. All of it. It's all generated through the agencies of poverty. Nobody is stealing when everybody has stuff. You don't need to steal. But when you deprive people of, you create scarcity, and people got to do what they got to do to survive, right? If the government wasn't mass producing the narcotics, nobody wouldn't be selling narcotics over here. Big Pharma buy more cocaine and heroin than anybody else, and redistribute it in legalized format as if it wasn't already illegal narcotics.
And we spoke about that earlier today, when Patel was reading about how, you know, they lock people up for what they now call legal, right? And y'all better be careful about smoking that weed, you young people and old heads too. When they are advertising that weed is legal now, don't you know that they're relation that with all that pesticide and all that chemical? And y'all doing this all the time, puffing. Oh yeah, it's legal now. And they just, y'all ran right into the burning building. Because anytime they got their hands in something, you better run. They're not telling you they done laced that stuff. People's lungs are getting messed up. People are dying because they're smoking. They don't even know what they're smoking. Go on if you're gonna smoke. And you know what you're smoking. If you're gonna do it. I don't smoke weed. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm pure as they can be.
I smoked your portion.
I know you do. That's enough. Look, that's enough talk, so y'all.
I had to say something because you know, I got a whole podcast on my Instagram called Chief with the Chief. But remember, ain't nothing in any one of these stores, whether it's a dispensary, a grocery store, a department store, ain't nothing better than the stuff you're gonna grow and make yourself.
That's right. You know where it's coming from.
Empress, can I ask you a question real quick? You
Sure.
said this was a wrap, but why do they keep pushing this 20-30-30? What is all that about?
Because they
have an idea.
Yes, I'm getting ready to tell you. I'm glad you asked. That's a great question, girl. Because they want you to continue to do what? Wait.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a mindset. That's why I said these words like I'm coming, it's coming. I can't wait till it get here. I hope it hurry up. And all that keeps you in that loop of waiting when you're supposed to be moving on because you're the change that you're waiting for.
I think they're trying to push fear too.
Well, yeah, that's the agenda to get you to sin against yourself. But when they push the agenda, that's why you need to shut yourself off from that news. I'm shielded. You know where I get my news from? My son.
Well, I listen to your son too, and I love him. So.
You know, and some other people that just give me the. I have to shield myself from all the news, and I'm not driven by any of that. I'm driven by my spirit and my connection to what I'm supposed to be doing, and what I got supposed to be doing is not supposed to be predicated on what's going on out there. I'm supposed to be in here shielded from all that so I can stay focused and do what I need to do because it's a distraction. And I know that I'm an empath. I'll soak it all in. That's why I don't go out much. Because I soak out, I'm an empath. I soak it all up. I feel stuff. I hear people talking and not that I'm crazy, y'all, but I feel people's spirits and I don't like what I'm feeling out there. So I stay out there as much as I can.
Awesome. Okay, I was just curious because I don't watch the news. I don't get involved in all of that, but sometimes you come across, some of these podcasts or whatever, and that's what they're showing, get ready for this 20-30-30. We have 5 more years left, blah, 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 blah.
No, baby. No, that's to keep you waiting so they can harvest you while you waiting for something to happen. You are sitting duck for them to grab.
Right.
Because you're going to go down with them because you waiting on something that's already done happened.
Girl, I'm not going down with them. I was curious on why they keep bringing it up.
Well, it's also codes.
Oh.
So you got to remember that numbers got meaning to them.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
You also have to remember that they use synonyms, homonyms, and antonyms to do codes. The homonym of Agenda 2030 is Age Ender 2030, which means, translated in layman's terms, we had to have everything in place for the new age by 2030.
Oh, okay.
So why you think that we are like what I rolled out? Well, you hadn't been there here yet, but you go back on to get the recordings on YouTube. Okay. Those of you all that just now Johnny come lately, ain't nobody going back there. So you better get them recordings and you better sit down and apply yourself and make time and get with with the videos that we've already done so that you can play catch up. Cause we ain't gonna keep jumping back in timeline. I'm straight ahead. Me and Marlon and everybody that's in the doggone station wagon with that gangster link, put them glasses on. Let me go get mine. Shoot.
Well, who's been really good for me was Mike Penny. He was, I loved him and he was awesome. And then that's how I found you, Rod, was through Mike. And,
I got to go.
Yeah, I loved him and Sheepdog and all of them. So
They
that's
saw you over there.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, they were really the only people I listened to until I met Empress. And
See?
because they talked about Empress.
Richie's got hers on too.
Excuse me?
Richie's got hers on too. So.
Oh, this is she's new to the game. You gotta come to Shades, girl, because we're in the station wagon with the gangster link. That's what they mean.
Don't look as good as you guys do. It looks like.
But these were a birthday present during my coronation from Copper's son. He gave me these for my Earth Day. And so these are and I got those other Ray-Ban too. They you know what, I can't get, well, anyway, y'all, we'll talk about it later. Marlon, I would have loved it. Thank you for joining us. Y'all, Robin, give Robin a hand clap because Robin found her way to me finally. And she's new to the game. So I told her she gonna be my guest tonight and just come and sit with me so we can babysit her. And so you're quite welcome. And as you know, I'm a diverse empress. I'm the people's empress. Okay. So I may be melanated, but everybody can be able to come, as they say, and suck off a Big Mama's breast and get some food. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Not you men, folks. Leave my baby, have to knock y'all out. So these are for my babies. All right. Well, Marlon, you know what? I'm gonna let you do us the honor because I know what you want to play to close everything. So, anybody have anything else to say, Bridget? You have any last words? All right, baby. You have any words?
I would just say, just be the change that you want to see. Work from your heart chakra. And the word for true love, not the sex love, but the true love that really comes from your heart chakra is El-Wadudu.
El-Wadudu. I honor the God in myself. Come on, y'all. We honor the God in ourselves as we honor the God in you. Love and light, everybody. We'll see you back here on November the what? 2nd. Is that what it is? 2nd or 3rd? November the 3rd at 7 o'clock. We will be here on the platform and we'll keep you posted, okay? Son, it's so good to see you again. We're back together.
Yeah, we're turning into a little kid again. Too old for that shit.
Boy, you ain't too big for me to spank your butt.
That's true.
Well, at this age, if I do something that deserves spanking, I do think you the one that's going to do it.
I know you gonna turn that butt up and let me get. That's right. I'm gonna put it on you, boy. Love and light, everybody.
Mischief no more. I try not to do things that's gonna require a space.
Yeah, okay.
Look at your husband sitting over laughing. You want some?
But there you have it, y'all. That's the way it is. Like Walter Cronkite say, for y'all old heads know who Walter Cronkite is. And for you young heads, he was the one that did the news, the nightly news. And that's the way it is on October the 25th, 2020, what? 5. Love and light, everybody.
Here we go.
Good night, family. Good night. Love and
Love and
light.
light.
Doo-doo.
Nightfall. Y'all
Do-do.
Love and light.
Love and light.
Yeah, what to do?
Love and light.
Nightfall family, Elba
Love and
do.
light.
Recharge
What to
well.
do?
Have a night,
Nightfall.
Catch y'all
Nightfall.
tomorrow.
Peace and love.
Good night.
Love and light.
Love
Peace
and
and love.
light.
Why do
Nightfall.
It's a beautiful world, y'all. Your world.
Value disclaimer. We do not own the copyright to the music being played in this live broadcast. Section 107 United States Copyright Laws of 1976.
So Bridget, you can tell them to hold on Zoom.
Hey, stick around, Zoomers.
Everybody can hold on
Everybody on
Zoom.
Zoom, stick around. Empress.
Everybody hold on Zoom. Beautiful world. Comes something of this taking troubles. Shine your light on the world. Will you walk out on water? Will you breathe on heaven's door? Will you leave the path or will you leave the path? Only thing that ease your burden, only love can heal the hurt. Let your peace fall on a beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. Yeah. It's a beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful world. Yeah. It's a beautiful world. La, 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 la. All right. It's a beautiful world. La, 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 la. It's a beautiful world. When you walk down on water, will you breathe on heaven's door? Will you lead a path to find? Or will you lead a path to walk? Only you can ease your burden and heal the pain. The beautiful world. Ooh. The beautiful world. Love and light, everyone. Rest well. Do your homework.
Love and light.
Love and light.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Not a problem.